We are inside of Avicolli's, and I have the opportunity and the privilege to be here every single month of many years with Liverpool High School and their athletic programs. We're making history tonight with a spotlight on athletic training. And so I am here with Jahnaysia Jordan. So Jahnaysia, how are you?
I'm good.
And so happy to have Jahnaysia here. She was keeping the seat warm when I came in. She was already prepared. First person here today. She was earlier than early. So shout out to your family for that, for raising you right. And we're also here with our full-time athletic trainer with Mr. Jay Kellogg. We also have Katie Jenson, and we're happy to have Katie here with us tonight from Avicolli's, right down the road from Liverpool High School on 7839 Oswego Road, Liverpool, New York. But I don't have to tell you that, because if you've had the grandma's pie or anything here, you get lifted from the high school and then you just get pulled in the air over here to get the food. So, Jahnaysia, I want to talk about something that you were talking about off the air that I really love, respect, and genuinely could not get enough of when my college, Marywood University, did it, and that's the step team. You're on the step team.
Yeah.
Bring me into why you first got involved with step. Like, what drew you to it?
I went to my first ever varsity football game when I was in 7th grade, and they performed at the halftime, and I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. I was actually I remember it so vividly because it was genuinely so cool to me about how they could just do that, perform in front of so many people and know all the steps and all look like one.
Yeah. Why is it different than other dance, cheering, and other things that people see? Like, you and I know that it's different because we've seen it and been around it. But how would you describe it to someone who's never seen a step team?
Ours is a lot of dancing, trying to being happy. I think it's really exciting to watch and do. That's how I would explain it. Very exciting. I like the feeling of when I was watching it, and I knew it would be even better, being a part of something like that. They also looked together, one, a team, and I also love a team environment.
So, I believe you said off the air when you were talking about it a little bit to Katie, that the first time you saw any step team perform, you went home and learned the whole song.
Yeah, I learned every word to the song.
So do you have a favorite song to step to?
My favorite dance right now is probably 7-Eleven by Beyonce. Yeah.
Okay. So you knew how it made you feel to watch a step team.
Yeah.
Now to be in it, does it feel just as good? Is it the good chill is what I call it? Do you get the same good chill, or is it even bigger for you now?
I think it was bigger. We performed our first routine this year at the varsity basketball game against FM, I believe, for their halftime, and walking out and seeing all those faces was very a feeling that that doing a sport and having people watch you doesn't give you.
Yeah.
And dancing, by halfway through that routine, I was just really, that feeling was so much bigger than I thought it would be.
And how did you feel that when it was all done and it ended, standing there on the court, how did it feel?
Proud. Very accomplished. I felt like I did it. I was really nervous before, having all those people look at me, but I had a lot of people there for support, including Jay and Katie, because I just kept going into the athletic office. I'm like, oh, guys, I'm dancing, doing something I never did before, and having all those people there to watch you, it was good.
Well, I'm just happy that Liverpool has a step team.
Yeah.
So shout out to Liverpool for that. And I look forward to it. You're going to have, so you went into their office and you told them?
Yeah.
You're going to have to make sure that you tell me the next time it's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. Katie, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, athletic training for you, how did it all get started?
I'm sort of an anomaly in the athletic training world, so I didn't play sports in high school.
Yeah.
But the athletic trainer at my high school was a legend. Everybody knew him, even if he didn't play sports. And a lot of my friends played sports. I loved watching. So he taught a class, an elective class for juniors and seniors at my high school. Took his class, and it just clicked and loved it. Went to SUNY Cortland, got into their phenomenal athletic training program, and the rest was history.
So, like you said, you didn't play sports growing up, but you were kind of brought into it from the passion of another. What was it about his teaching or his presence that just kind of grabbed you and held on and put you in this world of athletic training?
You could tell that he really enjoyed it, like especially at the high school level. It takes a specific personality and a unique personality, and he just loved working with the kids, loved doing what he did, being on the sideline. Obviously, you have like the bureaucratic stuff that you don't necessarily want to deal with, but all the other good things outweighed it, and his passion just came out in teaching. And then we would be on the sidelines with him when he was actually working to get a feel of what the profession was like. And like I said, he was a legend, so he clicked with all kids, whether they played sports or not. And it was just sort of infectious the way he was.
So that brings you into it. What kept you in it once you were studying and learning? What was it about the world of athletic training that just kind of spoke to you when it became your story?
I think taking care of people, being there for people, especially athletes, when they needed you the most. A lot of the times we're the first responders, so right when that ankle rolls or that ACL tears, we're the first ones there to sort of comfort them and guide them and let them know, yeah, this sucks, but everything's going to be okay and we're going to take care of you. And I really like working with the high school athletes. They want it so badly, like they don't. A lot of the times they avoid coming to see us because they think we're going to pull them, not let them play, but that's not the case at all. We're trying to make them better and help them continue to play.
Right.
And you always have those coaches that are like, oh, I can't fully bend my finger and I'm fine, or I can't do this and I'm fine. And it's like, well, our job is to make sure that your athletes aren't like that when they're your age, that they can move well at an older age because they take care of it now.
When I was talking about preventative care, preemptive instead of reactive, you were nodding off camera. What can you say to that effect?
Oh yeah, huge fan of being proactive instead of reactive. And I mean, obviously you're not going to prevent all injuries. It's sports, stuff happens.
Yeah.
But the healthier you are going onto the field, the better off you are. And like Isaiah talked about, doing your rehab and doing it properly and not giving up on it, not just doing it for a week and you feel fine. It's like with lifting programs. You don't reach your squat goal and then stop squatting. You're going to continue to increase, continue to improve. Your rehab needs to be the same way. A lot of the times, you're re-spraining your ankle 3, 4, 5 times because you give up on your rehab and you stop and you don't understand why it's continuing to happen. But it's because you're not continuing to strengthen those muscles.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, they think I'm going to work to get to a certain point, and then when I'm there, my body will just be locked in that position and I'm good, where the reality of it all is, in order to stay healthy, it's a lifestyle, not a 3-month style or a 3-week style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jahnaysia, I want to go back to you for this. Your nickname is Nene.
Yeah.
There's a song. There's a dance.
Yes. There
Okay. Do you like or dislike the fact that you share a nickname with a song?
I think I like it. It makes me have fun interactions with people when they notice.
Can you Nene?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the most important part, right? Or else we'd have to change it to suit you. So, an everyday lifestyle when it comes to athletic training and taking care of your body, what can you say to that effect, that you can't just do something for 2 weeks or a few days and hope it gets better, but that you actually have to essentially build good habits?
I can say I was actually very bad at that at first. We didn't have a trainer for a little bit, and I was always one of the people scared of getting pulled. So I would kind of just go to Google and do what I can when I would remember. But this year, I ended up hurting my back or tweaking it while I was playing volleyball. And going to our trainers, I finally talked to someone about it, and I would just go there every day, and it made me notice that being consistent would really help me not be injured.
So it's better to go to J and Katie than WebMD.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been your favorite part of working with Jay and Katie?
The conversations. I think they can make you smile no matter what kind of day you had. They're very funny people. Yeah, they just are always involved. They you want to talk to them. Like if you have literally anything about your day, about what's happening at practice, after school, anything, you can just really talk to them, and it's a really good and comfortable environment.
So you chose conversation over chocolate milk. Is the chocolate milk really that bad to you?
No, the chocolate milk is amazing. You actually try to get there first on Wednesdays after school. You know, they have rules, so you can't bring your bag in, so there's just a pile of backpacks outside the door.
Is that
Yeah.
because Isaiah used to steal chocolate milks and put them in his backpack?
Maybe. That's very possible.
How many do you think Isaiah would take if he could?
Probably the whole carton. It's like a big jug,
whole
and you
thing,
can
huh?
you can just see him going back for more and more after his
Okay.
cups.
Who beats who to the athletic training office to get the chocolate milk, you or Isaiah? On
Definitely
average?
Isaiah. Even though
Isaiah.
I'm faster. We have actually had this debate about
First
who's
every day?
faster.
Yeah.
Because we're both track athletes, but I think I don't beat him there, but maybe on the track. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I think that he sleeps outside of the office. But I think if you were on the track, maybe it'd be a little bit more of a fair fight.
Yeah.
So you have volleyball and track.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
Track.
Track. Okay.
Yes. Volleyball is, I kept doing it. I didn't do it my 8th grade year because I was pulled up to varsity indoor my 8th grade year, but I wanted to go back to it, and I knew I wanted to go back to it because of also that feeling. I just loved the feeling of being happy and like the excitement of playing that sport. So like I just stuck with it like outside of school, going to a place called Sharky's that's also like right up the street, and playing beach, and I made the team my JV year.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, I mean, even though you chose track over volleyball, favorite thing about volleyball?
The people. I think all the girls are really fun, funny. I've made a lot of friends through that sport. Oh, and the coaches. I love my coaches. She was pretty great. Actually, kept me in it.
You talked with me off the air about you weren't as good with your hands when it came to volleyball.
Yeah.
How has this athletic training staff and the coaching staff for Volleyball at Liverpool, how have they helped you to become a better student athlete and a healthier student athlete?
Reminding me to stay consistent and why it's so good. I'm really bad with stretching, and that's like just so important. And I've really noticed that this year being with Katie and Jay, that like even I think something's really wrong with me, and really all I have to do is stretch before practice, before I go to sleep or whatever. With my hand, they'd help me like wrap it before practice. Maybe tell me if I should like play with it that day or not.
What do you do differently now when the ball's coming to you?
It was really kind of just a me problem. I would kind of just put my thumb out there in the ball's way, and now I kind of like just move it. It's more of a quick motion, and I was kind of just like letting the ball really hit my hand.
Okay. So you just tweak something a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Tell me something good about Katie.
About
Katie.
Katie?
Miss Jenson.
Amazing person. I love her laugh, actually. I think she like makes me laugh, and I think it's just like a great person to be around. She'll be straightforward with you too when you're hurting, and she also like thinks you're important. She makes you feel important, your opinion, and like what's happening in your day to day, and like your injuries and stuff.
Have Jay and Katie rubbed off on you at all in the thought of ever getting into the world of preventative care and training and all?
I've actually told them that's actually been like a thing I've been thinking about for a few years now, and I just didn't know who to talk to about it. And I think about like last week I had a very long conversation with the both of them about it, and like what classes I should take, because this is around the time like we're picking our schedules for next year, and I was so stressed because I had no clue what I should be taking right now and what could help me in the future and going into the field like they are.
So you really feel like it's a real thing for you?
Yes.
What about athletic training interests you the most?
Teaching. I'm a talker, and at first when I was younger, I thought like I wanted to be a teacher, and then I was like, okay, maybe not a teacher, maybe a coach, because I'm still like teaching something.
Okay.
And then I was like, since I do track, when I would do I learned a lot through track when it came to, hey, if this is hurting, stretch this, if this is, do this. So that I was like, okay, maybe since I love sports, since I love the excitement of that, I could stay in sports and also teach somebody something.
How did you become 35 years old and be a high school person?
I don't know.
I honestly feel like and I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is true. Like, I do not say something if I mean it on or off the air. The way that you approached me when I first walked in here today, and the way that you talk about other people, and the way that you carry yourself, and what you care about, and the warm energy you bring, I would hire you and have you host a show on my network.
Thank you.
But I genuinely mean that. So if you want to someday, athletic training or whatever, you let me know.
Okay,
All right?
you.
And I will find a place for you, because you have a calming energy, and I think the world needs a lot more of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Katie, tell me something good about Jahnaysia.
You stole it. I was going to say she carries herself extremely well. She's a sophomore in high school, and that's a very important year. You're not like a little freshman, 8th grader anymore, but you're not quite yet an upperclassman getting ready for college.
Yeah.
You're kind of in this awkward, don't know where you're at or who you are yet, but Nene is extremely mature young lady for a sophomore in high school. All the things you said, carries herself exceptionally well.
And
Jay,
I got that out of like an hour.
Yeah. Jay thought she was a senior up until last week,
Hey,
so she's out here tricking all of us. And she's also a phenomenal athlete. I watched her play volleyball. I watched her run track. She is fast. I would bet on her over Isaiah for sure. Unless there's chocolate milk at the finish line, and then Isaiah's got it. But no, she's just a phenomenal person overall.
Well, a lot of kind words here today, which I appreciate. Let's get some rapid fire in here. Katie, what's your question for me?
I thought about this. Your thoughts on SU basketball?
I got asked this today. I keep getting asked this. Well, I'm going to preface, and I had Griff on the show today, who's been a friend of a long time, Alan Griffin, and assistant coach, and actually did some shows with me here in Liverpool. And Adrian Autry, I've known him for, at this point, probably 12 years at least. So, and I talked to Adrian when nobody was talking to Adrian about wanting to be a coach. And so I played basketball growing up. I still play now. Like I'm getting back into it now, and I love it dearly. I may or may not have beaten Brandon Trish in half-court knockout. There may or may not be evidence, and it may or may not air this week. So, love you, Trish. So, just the winningest player ever in 4 years in Syracuse basketball history. I'm just saying. But, I mean, what are my thoughts on Syracuse basketball, and why did I bring up playing? I was taught fundamentals. This team doesn't do them. They're talented, but it's like this weird thing where Syracuse has raw talent, but they don't do anything with it. And I do challenge the coaches to say, like, I watch Syracuse play basketball, and I watch Gonzaga play basketball, and it's like, here's a bunch of guys that are talented playing street ball, hoping for the best kind of 1-on-5, and then here's a team. And then I watch Syracuse, and then I watch Duke. And I watch Syracuse, and then I watch Kansas. And it doesn't feel like the same sport sometimes, and they don't box out, they don't cover the baseline, they don't set screens, they don't work pick and rolls, they don't call out for each other, they don't talk on defense, they don't run to the ball, they don't trap, they don't play a full court press, they don't know how to break out of bounds. It's like all of this stuff that it was taught to me when I was like 10. And if I didn't do it, if I didn't know one of our 10 plays, I ran. If I didn't know how to break a half court press or a full court press, I ran. If I didn't know how to get the ball over half court without turning it over, I didn't play. And I'm watching Division I athletes when I was recruited Division III, and I'm saying, so I couldn't be Division I because I was 5'8", but I knew how to play the game. I have a good basketball IQ and I could shoot. But they can play Division I because they're 5 inches taller than me. And I'm not saying that they're not good or they don't deserve it. I'm just saying my IQ at 14 years old, I still remember stuff. I still remember motion plays. And I just don't get what's happening because they're losing games on fundamentals and free throws. And all of that is within your control. And you're missing just as many, if not more, free throws in front of your home crowd that's not booing you. So you can't say it's a psyche thing. So, I mean, I think the guys are talented. I like the guys. I care about the guys. I'm a huge fan of this team. Love William Kyle, JJ, Betsy, Kings. There's so many guys on this team that stand out to me. But, like, when you don't teach your players fundamentals, what do you expect? And I love Adrian and I love Griff, but I'm just like at a loss as to why. And even with Boeheim, like they never ran plays. So when a team plays Syracuse, it's like a toddler playing basketball for the first time versus like someone who's played for 30 years. That's what it feels like, but it's all controllable. And if this staff wants to have some longevity in this season, start controlling the game.
Can I have a follow-up?
Yeah.
So there's been talk recently because of like NIL and the portal and all that.
Yeah.
You used to build a program, right? You
Yeah.
had kids for 4 years, like obviously not mellow, but now it's more like you're building a team. Like whoever shows up every year. So do you think it's harder to build a better team because you're not building a program?
I think, again, it comes down to coaching and message and who you recruit. Because everyone has the NIL situation in the Autonomy 4 group of the Big 12, Big 10, ACC, SEC, and then put the Big East in there too. You can form an instant family, and it's what you look for. Penny Hardaway, I love growing up. And I've gotten to interview him a bunch of times, and I really appreciate how Penny answers my questions, and I feel like we built a rapport with each other. A couple of years ago, I talked to him about having a really good team, but they weren't winning, but they had talent. And then they started winning, and they had talent both years, but it was different. And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "I went in the portal, and straight up, I looked for talented guys, and I didn't care about their character." He said, "I learned my lesson. Now I go in the portal, and I look for high character people that are also talented." And I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, "I went straight up talent, and we had nothing." And then I went like, "Who are you as a man, as a young man, and what's that going to look like on my team?" And then they were like, back at it. So I don't want to hear the excuse in Syracuse like, "Oh, what are we supposed to do? This is how the world works now." Because then why is Duke still good?
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
And John Shire makes it look like Coach K never left.
Yep.
And I'll tell you something, when you get around John Shire and his team, they love him and he loves them. And he's got a bond with his players, and so does Mark Few at Gonzaga, and so does Tom Izzo at Michigan State. And I've interviewed all of those guys. I play for those guys. So, like, I don't want to hear, "Oh my gosh, the world's different, and you can't blame me because we're all going to fail." Then why are the same coaches before NIL in the portal succeeding with NIL in the portal? There's no mistaking in that. And Rick Pitino, I told everybody, I'm like, he's at Iona until y'all forget whatever happened, and he'll be back, and he'll pick a program. And then he went to the Big East, and my face didn't change. And he went to St. John's, and my face didn't change. And if you want to know who has a shot of the 5 teams I would think is going to win a championship this year, it's Rick Pitino and St. John's. Because When you're a good coach and you know what's up, they don't make excuses. They just deal with it. All right, Jahnaysia. Oh wait, I have to ask you a question. My bad. I'm sorry I was so long-winded. So, all right, Katie.
Hit me.
If you could sit down and have dinner with any 3 Syracuse basketball players of history, who would you have dinner with and why?
Does Preston count? Because that could actually happen.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that. He thinks I don't like him. I want to keep it that way.
Okay.
See, this is funny because I'm not from Syracuse, so everybody talks about, and like I'm a fan.
Yeah.
My boyfriend has season tickets. We go to football, basketball. I'm
Okay.
definitely in on it. But everybody, like, I didn't know who Preston Shumpert was before coming here. I never heard the name, and everyone's like, "What do you mean you don't know?" And
War
then,
number 3 before Jerry.
Yeah. And so sometimes people look at me, they're like, "What do you mean you don't know who this SU legend is?" I'm like, it's so different downstate. Like, you've got the Yankees, the Mets, all the professional teams are downstate, and that's where I grew up. So.
And he doesn't talk about himself like that?
Oh,
so.
God, no. Yeah. Okay, but 3 SU, oh gosh. Okay, definitely JJ Starling.
Okay.
Definitely like JJ.
Local guy.
Who were you saying? Bo Washington. Jay's
Pearl.
Oh.
Pearl Washington.
Pearl Washington, Jay's telling me.
Okay.
All right.
So JJ, Pearl, who I got to spend time with Pearl before he passed. Our last conversation will stay with me forever.
All right. Why do we like Pearl so much?
He's one of the greatest ever. And
Okay.
I interviewed Patrick Ewing after Pearl passed away. It was like a year where I was at Summer League when Orlando used to do it. Orlando Magic would host. And I asked Patrick Ewing about Pearl. And in Pearl being in heaven, passed away, he could not give him a compliment without it being backhanded. And I remember looking at Ewing going, he's dead now. Like, you can be nice now. And it's like, no, Syracuse, Georgetown, they will hate each other forever.
Okay.
By the way, if I ever dated a girl that wore a Georgetown jersey in front of me, unless she plans on changing her clothes, she ain't coming to my house.
All right.
Just saying. I respect Georgetown, but doesn't mean I have to date Georgetown.
I mean, we felt that way about Boston, so I get it. No Boston fans in the house.
Yeah. There's a couple teams you can't wear in my house.
Yeah. I need one more, though.
But I respect them. No, let her pick. Come on.
Jay's telling me Stevie Thompson.
Oh, she's gonna know. What about somebody now?
I know, I'm thinking.
Currently. William Kyle, the only guy that boxes out, the only guy that rebounds, the only guy that doesn't think he's gonna make every shot.
I do appreciate that. I want to go King, because he went 9 for 9 at the free throw when they were in Virginia? Where were they?
Most recently?
Yeah.
Virginia was
Yeah.
most recent. Nate King's. He's a baller.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I mean, the fact that, I watched even our high school team. I'm like, why are we missing free throws? These are free points. Free points.
I'm with you.
So, anyone who goes 9 for 9 for SU right now at the foul throw, free throw line.
Nate King's, JJ Starling, Pearl Washington. All right. Jahnaysia, what do you have for me?
You've talked a lot about football and basketball. So, like, which one is, like, your favorite to watch or, like, be in the crowd with? Because I was just having a conversation. I love being in the crowd of, like, a basketball game.
Yeah. It's hard because basketball, I close my eyes and, you hear sneakers and you're like, what defense are they in with your eyes closed? I think football is the one that, like, grabs me the most. As much as I love basketball, I feel like I've finally transformed into a coach because after the college football playoff ended and I left Miami on January 20th, I spoke to coaches in the last couple of weeks and I was like, I am not okay that we're not playing games right now. So I watched the NFL and then that just ended. So now I'm going to watch the UFL, and I used to cover the old United Football League, but I'm finally in it where I genuinely feel like I'm a coach. Like, why can I not watch football all the time? So I guess I'd probably say football because I've been blessed. God is God has allowed me to be in a lot of rooms that I never thought I'd be in. So covering the nation in football and not just Syracuse, it's humbled me, and it's let me meet a lot of really amazing people that make me cry happy tears. And one of those interviews is going to come up in the next couple of weeks with Ken Niamatalolo. And yeah, I mean, without football, I would not have met all these wonderful blessings from God, I would say. Same with basketball and really any sport, but yeah, you asked me which one I love to watch the most, so I'd say football. My question back to you, Jahnaysia. Well, since you are an old soul, I want you to tell me, if you could travel back in time, what 3 moments, could be your life or history or anything, if you could travel back in time to any 3 places or time periods or whatever, where would you go and why?
That's hard. Wait, hold on. Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl.
You said that?
That's it. Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many
Isaiah
people
said the same.
have talked to me about Michael Jackson and wishing that they could have that Super Bowl halftime
I just
show.
have to see it. Like I have. There's just so many people talk about it. And I was
Jay's a
like,
big MJ fan. He
I
had the glove
feel
and
so left
everything.
out. I don't know. There's a lot of history.
Wherever you'd want to go. So Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Or we're not allowed to say that at the big game.
I've seen on my TV. My mom was a big like Soul Train person,
Okay.
and so one of those I feel like would be really fun since I like dancing and music.
So like bringing mom to a Soul Train taping.
Yeah, it would be fun.
What's your mom's first name?
Marion.
Marion.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marion. Can Marion dance better than you, or are you better than her?
I don't know. It would be a battle.
Okay. Dance battle. I respect it. All right. So Soul Train with mom.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson at the championship game in the NFL. And
I don't know. My mind's going blank. Any ideas? Are you thinking, Isaiah?
Something in your life, like something that's
That I could go back to?
yeah, like a time in your life you really liked.
Oh, okay. Immediately came to my mind. Elementary school, during like an assembly or whatever, they made me, or they started playing the Whip and Nay Nay, and they made me get up on the stage and dance. But I wouldn't start dancing until I got like all my siblings up there. So it was a little Jordan like assembly Whip and
That's
Nay
cool.
Nay. Yeah.
So they wanted you to come up,
Yeah.
and you got everybody up there with you.
Yeah.
So shout out your siblings right now. I want to hear them. What are their names?
Jaquel,
Yeah.
Janae, and Anthony.
And Anthony.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Long story.
J, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you ever razz Anthony about that? That,
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he minds it. I think he likes his name.
is it Anthony is it AJ? Is there any J or no?
I mean, Jordan.
Yeah, at the
Last
end.
name, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, all right, I like that. And it all had to do with music, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So for Jahnaysia, as well as for Katie, and for this edition, making history with Liverpool Athletics and Athletic Training, getting the spotlight, you can go right down the road, literally stand at the light at Avicolli's, look, and you can see the high school. So we look forward to you going from Avicolli's to Liverpool and from Liverpool to Avicolli's. And of course, this is Wake Up Call. We're here every month. Thanks for hanging out with us. 7839 Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York at Avicolli's. Thanks, Jahnaysia.
Of course.
And thank you, Katie.
my pleasure.
We'll talk with you all soon. And Michael Jackson, I don't know, God, if you could give like a minute for him to come back and just have an angelic presence, I think we would all want it. We'll talk.